Hope you guys can hear me okay. Let's find out here. We had some problems, difficulties. Let's find out what's going on. Hope you guys hear me okay in class. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, seems like everything's back online now. What I want you to do is go ahead and put yourself back in the chat and we'll get started with class here. Sorry about that. Had some difficulties. But with ICBK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General Yohana on the 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribe of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. If you're not in ICBK under Commanding General Yohana, you're not under the truth. So get in class on www.icbk.com. See us on the street, get a flyer. But my name is Officer Qadash, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh shout out my brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Alathah Bashem, Yahweh shout out the sisters. And we ask that you join the class and let me know, type yourself in the chat. Again, we had some difficulties earlier at the start of class, but we're going to talk about Aratazah, the earth, and all the different things related to it as much as we can here. So if you're in class, you can get into the chat. Let me know. Okay? Let me know what's going on. We'll get into the Bible here. Guys, check back in. We had a few problems, like I said, but check back into the chat if you could. All the people that checked in. Shar, Surah, Adrian, Dina, Lamore David, and all the other people that's looking in class, okay? Check it out and see where we are, okay? Let's find out. Let's find out some things in class. Let's turn to 1 Corinthians 10 and 26. Let's find out. 1 Corinthians. Who actually owns this world? Let's find out. Let's let the Most High, let's let the Word speak. 1 Corinthians 10 and I believe it's, what did I say? Let's go to verse 26. 10 and 26. Okay? Well, you know the Most High, what the Bible says in 1 Corinthians 10 and 26, it reads like this. The earth is the Lord's, or the Most High, and the fullness thereof. That means the full that the earth is, it's the Most High. He has all of that. Put this mic back just a little bit here. Okay. Yeah, good. Thank you for checking back in the class there. Sorry about that. Ronald McDowell, Shalom, checking in from Chicago. Ron. Had a few difficulties in class, so we want you guys that normally come to class, just check back in. If you can hear me, Ron and others, just type yes in the chat. I can hear you okay, because we had some technical difficulties with our sound, but we got it adjusted, so I hope everything's okay. Let's read that text again. Let's find out about the earth. In Hebrew, we teach in Lashawan, Qadash Friday night here in South Carolina. In Hebrew, the earth is Aratazah. Okay, it's Ha-Aratazah, the. So, preposition before that. Kapabana, checking in, Austin, Texas. Good, great. Thank you for checking back in. And like I said, y'all go ahead and check back in so I can see you there in the chat. Just check it in so I can know you're there. Because we had a few problems, like I said before, as we get everybody enjoying and situated in class. Kapa, sir, loud and clear. Good, great. Thank you. Ronald McDowell, good. Sound clear. Okay, good. Yeah, we had problems early in class, and I'm glad it's okay now. But anyway, keep checking in class. Keep checking again. I'm glad that you guys are making note, letting you know the sound is loud and clear. And what we're talking about in Lashawan Qadash, what Lashawan means is language or tongue. Qadash is holy, so we say holy language, or Lashawan, the language of the holy. That's what the Most High gave the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's in the Bible. I mean, that's what we are. That's our language. That's who we are. Of course, He given us many things, and that's one thing that He's given us. And here, what we're teaching tonight is about Lashawan Qadash. And we're talking about the earth. Ha-aratazah. That's how you say the earth in Hebrew. That's in Paleo-Hebrew. And you have Assyria that we learned when we were in captivity. We'll talk about a few of these nations that when we were in captivity. We'll talk about them. But if you turn to 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, 26th verse, we'll give you a chance to turn to it. We'll read it again. People still checking in. I know we had some other people, Adrian, Dina, Bara, Baba, Sarah, some sisters, some brothers, Shar, on YouTube, and Salakia. Sometimes we have technical difficulties, but that was my fault. I had to go back and come back in and get it all lined up again. But anyway, let's find out. For the earth is the Lord's, or the Most High. That's His name, Yahweh. And His son is Yahweh Shai. So we say Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, the name of Christ. So we say, the earth is the Lord's, or the Most High, and the fullness thereof. Now what does that mean? The fullness, that means if every grain of sand, every aratazah, the earth, the stars, the moon, constellations, anything that's out there, He owns us. You know, this is dirt. Right there. Of course, we have a spirit inside of us. This is dirt. Aratazah, the earth. He owns us. There's the Lord and the fullness thereof. And we got to let you know that somebody's out there claiming this. Because if we read this, the Lord ain't wicked. No, Lord, not today. I mean, he sometimes he may do some things that are evil for purpose. But what we're talking about today is the earth is given into the hands of the wicked or evil. We're going to find out who that is. Because the Lord, thank you, Adrian. Thank you guys for checking back in. Because the Lord is saying in these scriptures here, 1 Corinthians, let's look at it again. What the Most High say? Let's find out what He's saying. Let's find out what our Most High is saying. Let's find out what He's saying to us. 1 Corinthians 26, let's read it again. For the earth is the Most High, or the Lord, and the fullness thereof. That means He owns it. Okay? Well, who's trying to claim it? All right? Who was it given to? Who's trying to claim it? Who owns this earth? Okay? And we'll get into another text in a second here. Matter of fact, let's get into it. 1 Corinthians 10, okay, we got that. Earth of the Lord, the fullness thereof. Let's see, what else? Who's claiming to try to own this? Well, let's find out who this is. Let's turn to Job 9 and 24. Who is this rascal? This piece of garbage that's trying to claim the Lord's earth. We'll find out why he's trying to claim it. Who is he? What he's doing and all of that. We'll do the best we can here. Okay? Let's turn to Job 9. You remember Job in the Bible? Okay? Job. It's in the Old Testament. Nehemiah to Job 9 and 24. Let's find out where this text is. Okay? Let's find out what this is. Because we're going to get into the... okay, sorry about that. We're going to get into the... There it is. 9 and 24. Okay, we're going to find out what this means and who this wicked is. You know, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Well, I tell you who he is. He's the devil. He's the wicked one, trying to take our position, really, actually. Okay? Yeah, y'all keep checking in. Sorry about that. Keep checking in. But the Bible says the earth arataza. So we say the earth, ha arataza. Is, or you can say is hawa'ah. Okay? And you said Nathan, given. When you give something, it says Nathan. You can write these notes down too. All is unto. You know, it's spelled like this in the Hebrew, and that's paleo. It's spelled like this. Okay? All, of course, it joins in like that. There's a dependent connector where both of these depend on each other to make a sound. So all, unto. Unto. Ha, there it is again. The. Hand. Yad. Okay, write these notes down. That's how you become proficient. That's how I learn words myself. Yad. Shal. Of. Ha. There it is again. The. See, there it is many times there. It's since we're not talking about his wickedness or their wickedness, we're saying the wicked. So we say ha, or I would use a possessive adjective to make it, but we're just gonna call him the devil for right now, because that's who he is. The earth is given it to him. Why would the Most High give him the governments of the earth? Really, basically, is what they're saying. He's and of course we've been in captivity all down through time. And let's name another time where we've been in captivity when the Bible talks about the earth as the Lord. the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Let's find out a little bit more about all these wicked people who's trying to claim this earth right now and got it all out of balance, you know. Let's turn to Daniel chapter 1 for that matter. Let's find out another time we were in captivity. We were in captivity with many nations. And Psalms 83 talks about that. We may turn to that. But turn to Daniel chapter 1 right there. Daniel 1 and 1. Let's find out. Let's read something here. Let's read another time the children of Israel. This talks about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when we were in captivity. I'll wait for you guys to get it a second here. Of course, we're talking about this is Friday night, Lashawan Qadash class. We had a few technical difficulties. Like I said, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai to all my brothers and sisters checking in from Texas, Chicago, different places. Yahweh Shema Alastah, Bashem Yahweh Shai to all my sisters. Thank you for checking in every week after week to learn. Some of our people that's check in regularly. And we hope that we want you guys to go ahead and check back in again. I haven't gone anywhere. What happened was the sound went down, but just check back in so I can make sure you guys are all in class, okay? But let's turn to Daniel 1. Let's find out some more people. Earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? Right? I mean, it's talking about the devil, or, you know, the white man. That's what this is really talking about right here. The earth is given in the hand of the wicked. But let's find out there are some more wicked people here that conspired with it. You find that out in Psalms 83. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon unto Jerusalem and besieged it. That besieged means he took it. He just took Jerusalem and said, okay, all right. In other words, I'm taking y'all people. He owning us. Hell, we part of the earth. He owned us. But he took our land, Jerusalem, and that's part of what happened to us. And let's find out why all this happened to us. Why are we in slavery? Why the white man won't send? Ever since we wound up here on slave ships, you say slave ships? Yeah, we'll prove that right now. Why we wound up here on slave ships, and how did we get into all of this? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. How is that so? Why? Why do we have to go through this? Let's turn to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28 chapter, 68 verse. 28, 68. Let's find out. Let's let the Most High speak. And this is what happened. I mean, you know, let's back it up a little bit. Let's back it up a little bit. Let's find out, what do we do? Why are we on a curse or something? What do we do to get put into slavery and the earth taken away from us? You know, we got to sit up here and pick cotton, grow tomatoes and beans and rice, and not get paid for it. You know, that's bad. I mean, because we're under curse. A lot of people don't realize. I don't have time to get a whole lot of detail, but I will get into some detail. Let's find out here. Let's find out what the Most High say. Let's find out what will happen. Okay, here we go. Deuteronomy 28, chapter 9. It says, we'll wait till you guys get it. 28, chapter 9. Let's find out why Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians, why and how did we wind up in captivity? How we wind up in curse? Why is the land given to somebody else and not his people? That's what I'm talking about right here. Why is this earth, Ha'aratazah, given to some wicked? Why is that? So let's find out. And the Most High said, or the Lord said, the Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself. Unto himself. They'll let you know that he has a favorite people. And there are many more texts. The Lord shall establish a holy people. Slack it. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee. He's sworn this unto us. If thou shalt keep his commandments. If you keep his commandments of the Lord, thy God, and walk in his ways, I mean, that's all we had to do. Keep his commandments, walk his way. Nah, what we do? What do we do? Then he says all this. Now let's read. Here's an important text right here. Check this out right here, what it says in verse 10. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Most High, and they shall be afraid of thee. In other words, this earth is supposed to be ours. He said all the people, not some. He said all, call, that word all. Let's put that word on the board. All. In Hebrew, the word all, I'll jot it down here, it's K-A-L. Put that in your notes. Call. He says all, not some. Slide for a second. There. We disobeyed God, broke his laws. That's right. That's right, Ron. Exactly right. That's right, Ron. We disobeyed God and get in class. Ron, we want you to get in class and get your Hebrew names. I don't know if you have one, but brother, we'll talk about that after class. We'll get in class, get your Hebrew name, get part of the ICPK if you're not a part already. That's right. We broke his laws. That's what we did wrong, see? And verse 10, let's read it again. Deuteronomy 28 and 10. And all the people of the Aratazah of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Shamka. That's what name means in Hebrew. It says all, K-A-L, called, all the people. Not some. That's fascinating. Let's read it again. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by my name of the Most High, and they shall be afraid of thee. Wow. That's heavy, man. That's deep. Let's read verse 11. Let's read verse 11. We're talking about what the Most High was going to give us. He's going to give us his earth. And the Most High shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, the fruit of the cattle, and in the fruit of the ground, and the land, Aratazah, the earth, and the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. So if the Most High swore to his fathers, and that's what we're supposed to be. It's supposed to be given to us, not the wicked, Rasha, or the Rai, or the evil. So why is that? And that's what we're talking about. You know, right, exactly. Just checking out the chats here. That's right. Disobeyed God and broke his laws. Right. And when I say we, I'm saying the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribe of Israel. That's what this is talking about in the book of Deuteronomy. Okay, Moses is talking here. He said the Lord, the Most High is talking. He said, and giving these things unto Moses to tell the people, and the Lord shall establish thee a holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee. Verse 9, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord and walk in his ways. That's all we had to do, okay? And he's going to give you all the fruit, the cattle, the ground, okay? And even the Lord said, let's read verse 12. I learned this when I was a young man coming up in this. One of the officers read this and said, the Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, and the heaven to give the rain upon the land, aratazah, okay, in due season. That means when you need it. Not when you got water everywhere and there's flood everywhere like this going on now with these hurricanes. He's going to give this earth rain in due season. That means on time. Okay, when we need it. Where we at? He give us, and the Lord shall make unto thee, and the Lord shall make unto a good treasure in the heaven to give rain unto the land in his season. In his season. And to bless all the work of thine hand. Thou shalt lend unto many nations. That means, and thou shalt not borrow. We ain't supposed to be borrowing nothing. We have so much that we can lend. All because we would have owned the earth. Now it's given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. And that's what we're investigating and finding out. Who lost it? Why? We'll give you guys a quiz here. We'll take notes. But it's all. He's going to give it. But we lost it. Okay? All right. What else we got here? Then it says, and the Lord shall make thee the head, not the tail, and thou shalt be above, thou shalt not be beneath. Verse 13 we're reading. If thou hast hearkened unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I commanded thee this day, to observe, to do all of them. Okay, that's all we had to do, really. But he said this. But, verse 15, that's a very important text right here. Very important. He said this. He said, look here. The Most High said, it shall come to pass. That means it's going to happen. If thou wilt not hearken, that means if you don't listen, that's an old English word for hear or listen, unto the voice of the Most High, Yahweh, to observe to do all his commandments, not some. Call, K-A-L, A-A-L, A-L-L, all. To do all of his commandments, okay? Not some. And not eating shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, ostriches, things, committing sins, adulteries, and homosexuality, and all different things that people do to mess up their bodies, and drugs, smoking cigarettes, smoking marijuana, all these things. That's what the Most High was saying. You didn't think they had all that stuff back then? Yeah, they did. And this is what they did. It said, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken. That's what it means to not hearken, to do all those bad things. Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes will I command this day. Now he was talking to the children of Israel. That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Going to overtake us if we don't do what he says to do. And that's what the Most High is saying. That's why we don't own this earth right now. It's given to the hand of the wicked. Given, Nathan, here. All because of our disobedience. The Lord owns it. He wanted us to have it. Nah. We wouldn't do what he says. Okay? Then he said, this is what he says is going to happen. Curse, now he's talking to us. We sitting over there in Jerusalem. Okay? Cursed shall it be. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. In the fields where you grow things on the earth. Aratazah, cursed be thy basket, verse 17, and thy store. Even store up stuff. Cursed be the fruit of thy body. It's talking about fruit of thy land, the children, the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, those animals, and the flocks of thine sheep. Okay? Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. Man, we were cursed. If you don't believe that, look at us nowadays. You can't even walk down the supermarket and a brother look you in the eye and say hi to you without you being afraid what the white man's going to do. You see? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, Job 9:24. Let's investigate these things. Let's write these texts down. The Lord shall send unto you cursing, vexations, rebukes. Wow. You see, he's going to make pestilence. Let's go on down. Let's go on down further because it's got so many curses and things. I just want to let you know why the children of Israel, who owns the land, and why the children of Israel had to take a little detour because of our hard-headed and stiff-necked people. So let's go down to verse 28. Let's show you. Now here we are in Jerusalem, going across the Atlas Mountain. Okay? Most I said, all right, that's where you are. I found you. Because in 70 A.D., Titus and Vespasian, him and the general and his son of the Roman government, which are white people, them the wicked, the devil. We fled across the mountain. They didn't besiege Jerusalem again. Here we are, going across the mountains, okay? Wound up in a place called, what they call it, Africa, you know. Because we're not African. It was the Hamites' land. We're not African. There are 4 nations in Africa. We ain't part of them. You see. But we wound up in their land, living on the coast. Most High said, all right, I'm going to take you guys, and I'm going to do this to you. Follow me along. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, we already been in Egypt once. Under the old Pharaoh, you know how we were besieged. Wound up in Egypt. So we went down there, and through Joseph. The story of Joseph and his family, how we wound up down there, and we wound up slaves in Egypt because of the famine and all that. Here we are, stuck in Egypt. But the Most High, that happened already. But now he said this, and this is a perplexing thing if you don't know what he's saying. The Most High shall bring you into Egypt again. With ships, you don't got to go from Jerusalem to wind up to Egypt. Man, you can walk there, what, 3 days, 2 days journey, 3 days maybe? Walk across the desert, got some water and food, you'll be there on foot. But that ain't what this is talking about. Because he said you're going to take a ship. You don't need no ship to steer you across from Israel to Egypt. They're neighbors. They're almost practically neighbors. There's just a little desert between them. And the Most High shall bring him to Egypt again with ships. We read in Deuteronomy 28:68. By the way I spake unto thee. In other words, the way I spoke unto you. In other words, you're going to be cursed. That's what this is saying. Thou shalt see it. In other words, he told you. The Most High said it. You're going to see your land no more again. Sure enough, look where we are. We're here in this land right here. In the land of the wicked. See? Serving out our slavery. They got us, they whipping us, beating us, stripes on the back and everything. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies. Right here. That means America. Everybody here. If you ain't black, Hispanic, and Native enemies, these are your enemies here. That's what it's saying. For bondmen and bondwomen. That means working for nothing, for slaves. And no man shall buy you out of this. There ain't no amount of money, there's no talk, there's no nothing. Ain't no negotiation. The Most High say that's it for you. In other words, that's our curse. That's why we're here. So let's find out. Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. And of course, write down the Hebrew words for these. Ha-aratazah, wa'ad, nathan, al, ha, yad, shal, ha, the, rasha, arai, evil. And of course, I wrote down a little bit of excerpts there. It's got more. Until the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. Yeah, he covered the faces of the judges, all right. Took our Christ, Yahushua. Took him, made him a white God. That's what they made him. So that they can devise their wickedness, see? Now let's turn a little bit to let's see. Let's look at a few more of these nations, you know. let's find out a little bit more about it here. Let's turn to Psalms 83, because we read about this. All these wicked nations. Let's find out. So we read about it, you know. For lo, thine enemies, Psalms 83. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For thy enemies make a tumult, fight, you know, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head and taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. We're the hidden ones because nobody knows who we are. We just read about it in Deuteronomy, the 10th, 28, the 10th verse, I believe, 9th and 10th verse. We're God's chosen people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But we sitting up here in Psalms 83, it says, the Bible calls us, they have taken crafty counsel. They got together because they know who we are. Against our people and consulted against the hidden ones. That's us. Qadash. That's us. All of my Ashukake brothers. All of the Hebrew Israelites that are here that are black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. They consulted us. We're the hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, and the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted, verse 5, 28, verse 83, Psalms 83, verse 5. They have consulted together with one consent. They say they got their stuff together. They're confederate. That means they're against you. Okay? And who? Let's name some of these nations. The tabernacles of Edom. Let's write this one down. Edom. Who's Edom? Who's Edom online? Tell me. I'll write this down. Who is Edom? Or Esau? Somebody type it in the chat. Tell me who it is. Let's get you involved, guys. Who is Edom? Who is Esau? Tell me who it is in the chat. Who is Edom? Tabernacles of Edom. Who is Edom? Type it in the chat. Follow along with me in Psalms 83, verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom. The first one to come up is Edom. Somebody type in the chat and tell me who is Edom. We'll give you a few more seconds here, because you guys need to know this by heart. Who is Edom? I'll look in the chat here, Salakia. The white man. Right. Esau. The white man. That's right. Edom or Esau. Okay? That's who it is. Edom is equal to Esau is equal to Slack, the white man. That's who he is. Okay? Okay, that's one nation. That's one of the nations. We're living in Babylon. Babylon simply means confusion. Started by Nimrod, African, Hamite. We'll get into that story in another class. Right now we're talking about Lashawan, Qadash, and how the earth is involved here. Who should have owned it? The Most High owned this earth, and he wanted to give it to us. That's simply what it is. Edom wound up possessing this earth now because he's the last one set down here, okay, to conspire. And he got all these nations up here for our captivity over here. He said the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites. Okay, that's Ishmael. You know who Ishmael is. That's Isaac's brother, Abraham's other brother. Brother from a different mother. Hagar was his mother. Gave him a sandwich and some Kool-Aid and sent him on down the road. Made him princes, gave him that. That was his blessing. That was him for him. But he's not a children of Israel. That's why he's mad at us. Wicked. But Edom, Esau, the white man, here, these are nothing but the Romans. Okay? All of these Romans and different people that, all these Germans and all of them, you name them, anybody that's got that heritage. Okay? All right? Moab, Chinese, Hagarenes, I believe there's some sort of Africans. Gabal, Ammon, Japanese, Amalek. Amalek is those fake Jews that are living there right now in Israel. Right over there in Syria, up there, Palestine, all that, who's living there on our land, that the Most High said, you'll never see it again, because you're cursed. The Amalek, those fake Ashkenazi Jews, German-speaking Jews. Those are the ones that's over there right now, okay? Let's see where. The Philistines, those are Africans, inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them, and Hope and the children of Lot, okay, so on and so forth, okay? These are the nations that conspired against us to do us harm. And what did they do? Made us work on our own earth that should have been given to us. We sitting up here scrounging for a meal. The last hired. First one fired on the job. But they gave us a job back in them cotton fields. Took our Hispanic brothers. Made them pick oranges. I remember living back in the 60s. We're giving our oranges for 10 cents a basket. I mean, you know, something ridiculous. The American Indians took their land, made treaties. Oh my goodness. There's still treaties pending under their wicked government, Rasha, or Ra, evil, on their wicked, evil government. There are decisions still pending based off of their treacherous breaking of treaties, and claim that the Indians broke treaties. They break no treaties. You know, we knew what we wanted. We tried to let them hunt, fish, hunt the buffalo. What they do? No, I won't take it over. So the white man, evil. He evil of the earth. Said, well, we'll give them smallpox. We'll cough in there and make some blankets, and I'll give it to them, and then give them smallpox, kill them all. In the dead winter, they needed these blankets. Found people frozen to death. Those Native Indian people who you call Indians, Columbus thought when he was in the islands down there, when he came here, not America, Vespucci, of course, but he came to America. But Columbus thought he was when he was in those islands, because he never hit America. He thought he was in a land called Indus, a valley. You know, that's in Arabia, the Arabs. He thought he was, we found the Indians, Indus, the valley. But that's another class. But I'm saying to you, right now, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Esau, Columbus was a Spaniard. He's one of them wickeds. Okay? All of these people, all of the Roman government, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, you call yourself vote for all these. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know, how you gonna get out of that? The way you get out of it, I'll tell you how to get out of it in a second here. It really is ironic. It's what the Bible says. How do you think we can get back our land? Somebody type in the chat. Type in the chat how you think we can get our land back. Or what do we got to do? Ron, Kapa, Adrian, and different people in the chat. Shar, Sarah, all the people that joined the chat back again. How do you think we can get our land back? What do you think we can do as a people, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? What do you think we can do to get our land back? You know, because, you know, the black people have been under slavery in here in America 400 plus years. Arabamayim Shanayam, that's 400 years. You know, Esau, of course, is that wicked. He put us there picking cotton. You know, took the Native Indians' lands, that's the blacks, Hispanics, black Native Indians, and then the Hispanics took them and made them live off of less than nothing. Got into the government's hand of the wicked. The earth is given into the hand of the Rasha. You know, that's what it is, okay? So we'll translate some of these words here in a second here, but I want you to tell me real quick here how we can get our land back. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to get back to the Most High? Somebody write in the chat. Tell me, how do we do it? How do we get back into that? What do we got to do? Let's see what somebody got in the chat here. What do we got to do? Adrian says, to separate and to follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Give that sister a hand. Exactly right. We have Adrian and Ron, y'all active in class. That's what I'm talking about, to separate from them. Okay? Separate from them. How else are you think you're going to get something? Separate. I did a class into that, what we got to separate from them, and I got it right here. We're going to separate from them. To set apart. I mean, separate means badalka, mayan, separate from. That's what you're really saying, Adrian. Badalka, B-A-L, I'll spell it out for you. This is what we got to do. We got to separate. That's what she's saying, okay? Separate. That word is ba-dal, and then in ka, of course, you have to put we. That's what it means. That's a preposition there. You put it at the end there because badal means to separate, but we need to say we and wa and separate. So we're saying we have to separate. Badalka, mayan. So we'll say badalka. Badalka means to separate from who? These wicked bastards that claim your land. The ones that basically, all we have to do is separate, and what else? Keep the commandments. Some of them, y'all type in the chat. How many commandments should we be keeping? How many? How many commandments, people in class, should we actually be keeping? What did the Most High say? What did he say for us to do? He said separate. What did he say? What did he say do? We keep some of the commandments, all of them. I mean, the answer is obvious. It's all. Keep all of them. Separate from Esau, Edom, and a matter of fact, from all of the nations. Let's see what somebody wrote in the chat here. All of the Most High's commandments, sir. That's right, Adrian. Very good. Ron and Adrian, y'all on it today. But Badalka, separate. Separate. That's how we get something involved. And the Most High is going, if we did that as a nation, then the Most High is going to come back here and straighten out all of this land. And Aratazah will be Israel. It won't be the wicked people no more. That's all we got to do. Salaki, sir, if I may, we have to keep them all. Exactly right. Kapath, exactly. She said all. That's exactly right. We got to keep them all. Kapath said all. Let's write that down. Not some. That's right, son, sister. Give that sister a hand. That's exactly right. Give Ron a hand, Adrian a hand, all the participants here. Give them a hand for participating in class. We got to keep all of them. That's our problem. That's our problem. When the Most High said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covered the face of the judge thereof, and he's giving you these white Christian churches. He put white Jesus in there. You beat tambourines. You walk around and you think you've done something. You keep the Thanksgiving holidays. You keep Halloween. You keep Christmas, and you think you've done something because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He can throw his laws in there. He throws his laws in there. It's time for us to keep all of the commandments, not some. That's the sister just said, all of the commandments. All the commandments. All the commandments. That's what we got to do. Not some. That's right, sister. Clap it up. Exactly right. Y'all deserve that. Clap it up. Exactly right. Clap it up. Keep all the commandments. That's the only way. You got to put down the pork, the shrimp, which ain't nothing but a sea roach anyway. The crab, and you might as well kick a roach in the corner and go grab him and put him on your plate. Now there are some things you can eat, but that ain't one of them. That the more. Wow. Those things eat carrion. And carrion is old rusty meats and old, ugh. A pig will eat anything. He'll eat it. That's like we talked about the other night. One of the officers was saying, pig anything. I was listening. Pig will eat anything. And we know we can't eat that. The children of Israel, if we want to get our land back and get away from this curse that we're so much under, that we just got to talking about in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter and the 9th and 10th verse, well, we got to get away. We got to get away from the wicked. We got to separate. Badalka, we can't be part of that. If you want to be, wow. If you want to live, keep the commandments. Let's find that. If that is the case, if keep the commandments in the Bible, then we ought to find that in the Bible. Let's turn to Deuteronomy 10 and 13. Let's see. Yeah. Let's find it. Let's find it. Deuteronomy 10 and 13. Y'all go to the Bible. It's always good to go to the Bible. 10 and what did I say? 13. Let's go to Deuteronomy 10 and 13. Let's find out here. Let's find out what this is saying. Okay, let's go to 10 and 12. Let's just read up a little further here. Deuteronomy 10 and let's say 12. Let's see what we have in the chat here. Slocky, sir. Might say pigs are like garbage disposal. Kapa said that's right. That's right, Kapa. Exactly right. Kapa said pigs are like garbage disposal. You're exactly right, sister. They are. That's what they are. And that's good. That's their job to be garbage disposal. It ain't our job to eat that garbage disposal. Would you open up a garbage can and eat all that stuff in there? Slime and roaches and rats and cats and dogs and leftover hamburger and leftover spaghetti from a week ago. Would you eat that? Well, that's what a pig will eat. And when you eat the pig, that's what you're eating. How? We need to keep all the commandments so the earth will be ours and not the wicked's here in Job 9:24. That's the problem. You see? So let's look at this. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Let's see what it has to say. And now Israel, that's us. And now Israel, what doth the Most High thy God require of thee, but the fear of the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways? That's what everybody in the chat has been saying. And that's what Kazakh Chapar, that's what I'm saying. To walk in all of his ways. And to love him. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul. And the Most High eventually is going to give you Ha-Aratazah. He's going to give this earth back to you. He's going to give it back to you because he's already promised to do that. Well, you saying, when you say la sister, you saying you wouldn't eat out of that garbage can? I know you would, sis. Exactly right, sis. You won't eat out of that garbage can. Exactly. Who would eat that? But there are people so confused that they don't even know how to eat. Why? Because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, and they cover the face of the judges, and we look up to white people and revere them because they got a white Jesus. So we're confused. And the Most High put us in that state until we come out of that wickedness and come out of that wicked state. Then we'll understand how to get a Ha-Aratazah the earth back, given back to us, Nathan, okay, unto us all. Ha, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Cover the face of judges thereof, okay? Let's finish reading this here. Deuteronomy, okay? And now Israel, Deuteronomy 10 and 12, and now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God and to give all his ways. And to walk in all his ways, and to love him. If you love me, the Bible says you keep my commandments. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Not with some. You got to do it at all. That means you got to get up every day and like Paul said, die daily, okay? To get off of this marijuana stick. To get off of this pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. To get off that other woman that ain't yours. To get away from that man that ain't yours. You know, you got one man, sister. Stay with him. You know? Okay, verse 13. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. That's what the Bible says. We'll find another text here. Turn to Psalms 119 and 115. Let's find out that. Psalms. Because we want to find out how in the world can we get this ha'aratazah given back to us. I mean, why are we giving ourselves to the hand of the wicked? Because of some curse. All you got to do is obey the Most High, and he'll give it back to you. Okay? All right, let's turn to Psalms. As a people, we obey this as a people, and the Most High is going to restore this back to us. That's what I'm trying to say to you, okay? It's a collective thing that we have to do. Psalms. Let's find out where we are. Psalms 119. There's 119 Psalms. Where is that at? And 115. Psalms 119. Okay. And 115. 119 and 115. Oh, that's a big old chapter there. Okay, here it is right there. Okay, good. All right, let's see what the psalmist David has to say about this. Let's see what the chat has to say. All right, sister. All right, now look here. We'll break down some Hebrew here in a second here, but I just want you guys to really understand ha'aratazah hawa. Nathan, al-ha, yal, shal, ha, rasha, or you can say rai. And that's part of Job 9:24. You know, I don't have time, I don't have enough board, but that's the main focus. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And the Most High said that because, you know, he put them overcharge of us because of a curse. That's really what it's all about here. So let's finish reading. So what was, somebody said to separate from them, but Dalka, to get away from it. Adrian said that. And other brothers and sisters said that online. And you're exactly 100% right. We clapped about it. So let's give you some more to clap about here. Psalms 119 and 115. Read along with me, class. Let's see what it says. Depart from me, you evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. You evildoers. This is your hope. Okay? Let's read back up a little bit further. I have inclined my, verse 112, I have inclined my heart to perform the statutes always, even unto the end. Samet, I hate vain thoughts, but thou, by thy law do I love. That's talking about commandments. Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. And then here's somebody with some good zeal here and wants to keep these commandments. And this is what they say. Psalms 119, 115. Depart from me, ye what? Somebody put online, somebody says evil, right? Somebody type in there, what is an evildoer? What's an evildoer? Because that's what this is saying. Depart from me, ye evildoers. For I will keep the commandments of my God, so y'all depart from me. Whoever ain't keeping from me, in other words, it's trying to say depart from me. That's what it's saying, get away. So I'm going to keep my commandments. That's what we want to do. Okay, uphold me according to thy word, that I may live. You know, keep the commandments and live. and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Oh, wow. Let's finish reading. Verse 117. Hold thou me up. Most times he wants to do that for you, and I shall be safe. Of course. You ain't eating that garbage can, that pig, yeah, you're going to be safe. Live a little bit longer. And I will have respect unto the statutes continually. Wow. That's a brother, that's somebody right there that really, really, really wants. He says, depart from me, you evildoers. What are some evildoers? What are people doing out there when it says, depart from me, the evildoers? Y'all type it in the chat right there. What are the evildoers? What are you talking about? Depart from me, you evildoers. Psalm 119. Depart from me, you evildoers. You know, type in the chat. Tell me a little bit. It says, depart from me, ye evildoers. In other words, you bringing me down. I'm trying to keep the commandments so I can get this ha'aratazah given back to me. You know? So when the white man, when we can put him under our foot, you know, we can put him on our foot, cause him to be a slave. You know, like he's given us for 400 years and some more. That's in America. Like he did in Daniel's days. You know, under Nebuchadnezzar. There's so many slaves like he did in Esther's days. Still nobody writing in the chat there to tell me what evildoers are. Tell me what they are. Smoking the marijuana sticks, that's evil doing. Eating that pig. sleeping with the man next door. Sleeping with the woman next door. And don't mention the homosexuality that people got. See, caught up in there. Child molestation, homosexuality, all of these things. These are the things that's bringing Israel down. Why? Because if the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, he covers the faces of the judges. If not, let's read it. Let's get that. Let's get the whole exact text there. Let's get Job 9 and 24. See, somebody didn't want me to read all this. That's why we had problems with sound and all of that. Let's see. The people are asking you to celebrate Thanksgiving. That's right. When people get away from the evildoers. That's a good one, Adrian. That's a good one, sister. If they're asking you to celebrate Thanksgiving, get away from them. I mean, because it's going to amount to nothing but evil. Do you people actually know what Thanksgiving? We had a class last night. I want to embark on that. I'm going off into that era. into that class. But do people really know what Thanksgiving? Why are you going to be thankful for them slaughtering? Wow. Taking over, giving them bad treaties until our native Indian brothers. Because maybe some of y'all don't even know who you are. That's one thing. If you knew you were native, if you knew that they were your brothers, then you'll have a little bit more understanding. Well, wow, they took the earth from them. They sure did, Trail of Tears. I've been out west and saw the lands they give them. It looks pitiful. It's dusty. Dusty, hard, clay, red. How in the world can you grow corn out of that? Corn needs good soil. You know? Aratazah. That earth. The Lord would have blessed it for us, caused it to rain. He would have made it wouldn't have been no deserts like that. He would have just been like the Garden of Eden that he made for us to live in the first place. You know? Let's turn to Job 9:24. Let's read all of it. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces. That means he put his little Cécile in there painting and call him Jesus, you know, and then we sitting up here like a fool. I don't want to get into detail of it, just kind of like going over there why the earth is taken away from us, okay? All right? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, somebody tell me, if not, where and who is he? If that ain't him, if that ain't the Romans, let's see what we got here. Smoking weed, messing around with Esau's woman, and the other nations, heathen women, going to church. That's right, Ronald. That's exactly right, brother. My brother. That's right. Smoke, if we can just get the weed, throw it away. Cigarettes, throw them away. Stop going to church. Stop messing around with all these women that ain't even of your nation. The white woman. That ain't part of your nation. That ain't who we are. No wonder. No wonder we messed up. Look at what we're doing. Look at why the earth is not given back to us. Ha, aratazah. Why? The Most High just sitting here, wondering. There is a day he knows. And you know what? I want to be great in that kingdom. That's what I'm saying to you. He knows. And we said, depart from me, you evildoers. And he knows what we need. He covered the face of the judges thereof. He knows that devil has done that. We know. Okay? Let's see here. We'll turn. Oh, here's one. Let's find out. He's in the end. Let's turn to Isaiah. What is that? 14 and 16. Let's find out who this is. Because he's always morphing into something. He's always trying to hide. He's always morphing. That means changing over like a metamorphosis of a butterfly. He's always trying to change over, trying to say, oh, it ain't me, Esau been extinct from the earth. No. You, the ones that cover the face of the judge. You the Rasha. You're the wicked. You're the evil. You set your foot on the moon. You put your eagle there. The eagle represents the Roman government. They're the ones who conspired against us in Psalms 83. These are the ones, So let's turn. Let's see what we got here. We got a few more texts here. Let's turn to Isaiah 14 and 16 while we can here. Isaiah 14 and 16. Let's find it online here. Let's find it in your Bible. Open up your pages. However you get it, I urge you, to get your Bible. And let's make sure you study out of it. Make sure you write down notes. If you got a question, type it in the chat. If I can't answer it, I'll get one of the officers hired me, of course. Isaiah 14 and 16. Let's find out what this is saying. Isaiah 14. Oh, wow. Let's get this. This is something right here. Okay. All right. Let's read about Isaiah 14 and 11. Let's back it up a little bit. Y'all read along with me. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. It says, how art thou fallen, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? He weakened the nations. Caused the earth to give into the hand of the wicked. He weakened us, all of us. In his conspiracy in Psalms 83, he weakened the nations. For thou hast said in his heart, verse 13, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. Okay? The Son of the Most High. I will set also upon the mountain congregation of the sides of the north. He put himself in the stars of the Most High. He put himself up there with his pomp. He planted his flag right there. This is what he did. Yeah, this is what he did. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, but the Most High said this is what he's going to do for him. Isaiah 14 and 21. Well, let's read verse 14 and 20. How the Most High is going to remove him so he won't be the ruler of this earth no more. All we got to do is keep the Lord's statutes, commandments, all of them. And that word again for all is call, I'm sorry. Okay? All the kings of verse 14 and 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial because thou hast destroyed thy land. Destroyed thy haratazah. Got this world all in a confusion. Okay, verse 14 and 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. Who is thy people? The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Okay, I'm sorry, let me read this again. I want to read this correctly here. I want you guys to get nothing mixed up here. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed the land and slain thy people. Thy people is us, okay? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're the ones that were slain. And then it says further, a little colon there, the seed of the evildoers shall never be renowned. That's these people here. Okay? Now then, what does it say right here? Let's see what it says. 14 and 21, Isaiah, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. In other words, no $200 to collect. You're going to get slaughtered. No more earth rulership. It ain't going to be given to your children. Okay? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Their fathers, the wicked, the Roman government, their fathers, okay? The Most High said, prepare slaughter for his children and iniquity that they've done, the sins of their fathers, okay? That they do not rise nor possess the land, nor possess the Ha'aratazah. There it again, that keep coming up. Because that's what this is about. The earth should be given back to us again. So we'll have plenty of cattle, plenty of kine, plenty of grape, plenty of goods. Okay? Plenty of children. That's a good thing. Okay? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Now how, in other words, this earth ain't going to be filled with your cities no more. Esau, no more, devil. Okay? For all them devils out there, no more. That's what you tell them evildoers. You tell them, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, but we're coming back and we're taking it. All we got to do is obey the Most High statutes and commandments, and badalka, separate from him. Keep all his commandments and separate from this wicked. Okay? From all of the nations that conspired against us. And that's including the Africans. That's including the Japanese. That's including the Chinese. That's including Japanese? That's including the Elamites, the East Indians. That's including all of those wicked nations. You name them. I mean, Hawaiians. Those are JPEF. Those are not our people. If you're not black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, then this Bible is really not for you. Okay? We're going to make you be put in slavery. And this earth, Ha'aratazah, no more for you. That's what this really means, okay? So let's, at the end of class, let's see what else we got here before we end up. We got a few more minutes here. Let's see. The resources of the earth, abuse, kill, cause so all he ever did was abuse, kill, take, done everything against us. Ain't done us right at all. Okay, let's see here. Here's Ephesians 4. Let's read this last one here. I think I got another one. Ephesians 4 and 27. I believe that's the one I looked up here. Ephesians. Go to Ephesus, the book of Ephesus. Ephesians, okay? The New Testament. 4 and 27. Let's read 20 all the way. Let's start at 24 first. 4 and 24. Yeah, let's read this real quick. And that ye put on a new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. That's all we got to do. Put on the new man, okay? Created in righteousness and true holiness, all right? And that's the way the Most High is going to give you back this aratazah of the earth. Okay, that's what he's trying to do. All you have to do is put on the new man. Become a new man. Put that reefer down. Put the cigarettes down. Put those women that are not your nation down. Put that man that are not your nations. Put that homosexual down. Drop them. Don't do that. Whatever y'all doing out there is wrong. Israel. Get away from it. Okay, and then right here, here's one. And that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor. That means children of Israel, of course. For we are members of one another. Be ye angry and not sin. You can be angry and not sin. That's, that's what we're talking about. Okay, but talk about it. Let's reason together. Let not the sun go down in your wrath. The Lord's trying to tell you how to come together. And this is what I like right here. Ephesians, verse 4 and 27. If you ain't got it, get a Bible, open it up right now, and look at what I'm getting ready to read here right now, okay? This will be the last text I read tonight, I believe. Ronald, I can't wait to let it happen. That's exactly right, brother. You can't wait to let it happen. I can't either. But all it's got to do, if you can't work, brother, get your name, get in class. We're here in class in South Carolina. Let's read this. Get your name, okay? And we'll talk about that at the end of class here. Get in class. Get involved. All right? Ephesians 4 and 27. 4 and 27. Open your Bible up right now and please, let's read this, okay? Baba Kushah. And the Bible says this, neither give place to the devil, the wicked, Rashad, the evil, Rai, don't give place to him. What does that mean? Get away from him. Badalka, separate, don't give place to him. You listen, because the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, we're going to have some jobs. Some, I understand that. That makes sense. Some jobs that, you can get your own business too, of course. You're going to have to be around in some sort of way. Let's read it again. Let's read this again. Ephesians 4 and 27. This will be my last text. Neither give place to the devil. Okay? And the devil, that's who this is. The wicked. The white man. The Romans. Esau. Edom. I said that was the last text. I believe I said that. Can't help this. Let's see. I said that. Genesis 25 and 25. Let's go there real quick here. Let's find out. Let's make sure we know who this devil is. I don't leave nothing uncovered here. And the Lord said, Okay, yeah. Oh, go to verse 23. And the Lord said, Genesis 25, 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations in thy womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. One people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay? That's what we're going through right now. These 2 nations in Rome, Jacob and Esau. And when her days were fulfilled to be delivered, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red. The Bible is describing who this Rasha is. Came out red. What else? He came out red and hairy all over, and they called his name Esau. Uh-oh. Now we know. He's exposed now. Esau. That's what we talked about. What we've been talking about. Edom. Esau. Okay. Yeshua, Jesus. Esau. I spell it right? Yeah. Okay. Esau. Came out red. That's why he's, and not just for the sake of his color, but that's the Lord is trying to describe to you who Esau is. If you know who the devil is, that's him. That's the pinpoint. Is this the man that caused the nations to tremble? Esau. That's why the earth is not ours now, because we're giving ourselves to him all the time. Esau. Okay? So let's see. I think we're done. We'll translate a few words here. We'll say Ra, Shah. Okay, that's in Assyrian, and then of course that same word in Hebrew will be that's in Assyrian. That's how you write it in Assyrian. Rasha, Shah. Shah, and then we'll write it in wicked, Rasha. Of course, evil. We'll write it in blue here. We'll write in the Paleo, which is the Lashawan Qadash. We got that in captivity, of course. We'll talk about that in another class. Most people know about it. Ra, Shah. Okay, and so that's we talked about Ra, Shah. Oops. Yeah, that's right. Man, that's so long here. I tell you, Ra, independent sound, Rasha. Okay, that's why we put those connectors right there, Ra and Shah. Okay, and Rai, evil. Okay, let's do this one. All right, we'll say Rai, Ara, and then like this. That is Assyrian right there, and then of course, I should have wrote that. I got that written down wrong. Sorry about that. Let's write it in red. Let's keep it. Sorry about that. Ra, what did I say? Oh, Rai, yeah. That's Assyrian for Rai, or evil, the wicked. Same thing, And then of course in Paleo we'll say right here Ra, Rai, just like that. We'll make that a dependent connector. A dependent connect. That means that the R and the I depend on each other to make a sound. That's why we have that U right there to join them together. That's what you need in Paleo Hebrew. Let's see what the chat has to offer here. Let's see what we're saying here. Sean, yeah, Sean, you glad you checked in, brother? We had a Tawab class, and let's do a couple more here before class ends. I just want to translate that. But the main thing, I just want you guys to understand that this earth will be given back to you. All you have to do is obey the Lord's statutes and commandments. Keep his laws. And get away from the evildoer. Stay away from the badalka. Separate from it. Separate from badalka, rasha. Separate from the wicked. Badalka is separate. Badalka. Separate from rasha, or right, or the evil. Okay? Because it's given to his hand now, don't worry about that. All you got to do is obey his commandments, and the Most High will give you this earth back. Ha'arataza. That's what it says. So let's translate this real quick here. See if we got some time here. We'll do this one. We'll do it one time because it's got it there and there. Ha. No, ha, just one word there. So we'll say ha. We'll go like this. Just like that. That is Assyrian for ha. And of course, in Hebrew Paleo, which are right here, that is actually the Lashawan Qadash, the original language. It's like this, okay? Ha. And you ain't got time to write all of them, but we'll say some. Here, we'll do this one. We'll do shal. We'll say sha. We'll do like this. That's sha, and then we'll do like this. Like that. That is Assyrian. Okay? Right there for shawl. And of course yad will be like this. Yah. This is Assyrian. Then we'll have like that. Okay? That's yad. Of course, I don't know if I got room for the paleo right there, but I'll see if I can write it. Well, let's put it over here a little bit. And then of course the paleo is like this, Yah, and of course like that. And then of course there's one connector there, just like that. And, of course you're joining the Y and the D together, and that's what that is, Y and the D. Of course, I mean, you know, we'll get in depth, in detail in class a little bit further on. But I think we've come to the end of our class. Yeah, we have, pretty much. We got a couple more minutes. And we want to give you guys, let's see, yeah. Ron said he can't wait. Brother, you want to be great in the kingdom? What you want to do, be patient. Throw down anything that you're doing wrong. Get away from evildoers. Get an ISUPK online here. Keep checking in right here, because I'll write your name down and make sure our officers will get, and then it goes all the way to the generals, of course, and they'll give you a name as soon as you get you're in class here for 90 days, and you get a new name. You know, our camp leader is gonna make sure of that. If you participate in class and stay in here and keep learning what we're doing here on the board. Like I said, this is Job 9:24. The hand of the wicked covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not so, then who is he? He's Esau. Okay? And he conspired all together to do this. The Most High allowed this to happen, because in their own might they couldn't have done this. All we had to do is keep the commandments, and we would have been the ones holding this earth. We would have been the ones, not them, see. We would have been the head, not the tail, the Bible says in Deuteronomy. I believe it was, 28, 10 and 9, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. We would have been the ones, okay, that would have been in charge of this earth. That's what we're going to be eventually. Babylon, this place going to burn, you know, set on fire, burn all this earth right here. So if you want to be part of that, stay in class, keep the commandments, and live. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up here in class. Y'all put the claps up there. Clap it up. You guys who are to wild class, that means good. Next week we'll get into something else, something in more depth. We made for you guys who don't know, you know, because we have different people viewing. We'll get into the characters. We'll get into the number system. We'll get into some more statements. We'll get into some more Lashawan Qadash here. You know, because some of these people looking at this for the first time don't really know what this means. And we'll break it down. Because I give you a big vocabulary here. Write that down. And every week, all these words, you should have a vocabulary put in your file so you'll understand, okay? Like I said, clap it up for class. And we're here. We're going to do some security announcements right here real quick. Yeah, okay. So some security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rule for the new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. That's what it says. There's another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. I mean, you know, you want to talk about getting married here. This is how we do it. After 6 month period, the brother and the sister will get permission of the head to marry. You know, we believe in sex as marriage, so that's why you're shedding yourself for the world here. We'll talk about that. Stay in class. We'll get with all that. I see people putting claps in the chat. That's good. You know, clap it up. Exactly right. All right. Brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. All right. The tithe, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 and 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'asharah. Ma'asharah means 10th, the 10th of the 10th. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, or the Lord gives you. The Most High. Give to the treasury department or teacher. The priest fund. Free will offering for the priests. It's not mandatory, but whatsoever amount you would like to give. We have upcoming holy convocations. All right, we'll talk about that. Let's see here. The next convocation, holy convocation, the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah. That'll be the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. The 8 days. First Maccabees 4, 52 through 61. Of course, Purim is the following year, but we want to concentrate that. Remember, come by South Carolina class here. Find a class where you can celebrate those days instead of the Halloweens, instead of the Turkey days, Thanksgiving, instead of the Halloween's past, of course, instead of Thanksgiving that's trying to come itself up. That's a holiday. It's not a holy day. Holy to us is Qadash. That's what we're talking about. Lashawan Qadash, holy language. So we also have holy days. Qadash. Qadash, Qadash. Holy. Okay? Yawam. Holy days. All right? Will the Israelite School started off 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up and are indeed the 12 tribes of Israel. Make no mistake about it. Tune in next week right in here. Tune in next week. Get on www.ishbk.com. Tune in next week, and we'll have more interesting topics like the earth. For that we say, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham, to all of my brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathah Hashem Yahweh Shai, to all of the sisters. Okay? Shalom.